Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's Skills here, and in today's video we are going to be showing you the highlights of the last state of the game. This is just the straight highlights, everything I thought that was important that they said. I cut it down for you guys. I think it was like a 42-minute stream. We dropped it down to around 15 minutes. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy.
We have a new exotic. I think we're going to show that to you a little bit later after, or do you want to show it now, George? Should we? Well, we'll kick off with the exotic. I want to show it. So we showed some footage of the Chameleon a couple of weeks ago now, I think.
2 weeks ago, right?
All right, actually we can bring that up. Let's take a look at it actually in the game. Ooh, yeah. So this is what it looks like. Now you can actually see the talents. I can't read them from here.
Check it out.
But
yeah, it's too small.
It's very small. There you go. Adaptive instincts.
Yeah.
That sounds cool. Headshots. That's nice. I'll let chat go wild with that. That's a very cool gun. I'm trying to see what else we got on here. Is there anything else we're missing, George? Down the bottom there? Okay. Okay. Is that a mag with a with fan on it? Does it have like a CPU, like an intake fan? We need Thailander to tell us what's going on. Yeah.
It does look like that, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Thanks,
it's
George.
really cool. I mean, it's obviously an AR, right?
Yeah.
Nice CPU cooler on your mag. Yeah, exactly.
So if we can go back to the talent a bit and comment a bit on that. So yeah, I can't read it from here, but it's the idea is that you really have these 3 different buffs.
I can read it for you, Yannick.
Okay, you want to get close and
Yeah,
read it?
adaptive instincts. Hitting 30 headshots grants 20% critical hit chance and 50% critical hit damage for 45 seconds.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Hitting 60 body shots grants 100% weapon damage for 45 seconds. Hitting 30 leg shots it grants reload speed 150%.
So the cool thing is that they're not mutually exclusive, right? So you can build each one of them up at the same time. So then it's really about kind of timing. If you want to try to stack all 3 buffs, at once, or if you want to just like go with whatever, So it's there's a fun mechanic here in timing and trying to trigger the buffs at the right moment and aiming there for different parts of the NPCs. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to play with.
Badger Tough, there's a lot of questions, obviously, about how that works. If there's other things like internal cooldowns, about how often that can proc and that sort of thing, we'll pose those to Frederick and let you know if we have any additional information on that. But that's all we have for that.
People are already like preparing builds for it.
Yeah. That's good.
Good.
I love when you theory craft. It makes me so happy. Okay. I actually had all those things written down. And we showed you last time that it changes based on the color of the environment. If you missed that stream a couple of weeks ago, it's really cool. Like if you go around different environments that have more of a certain color, basically the weapon shader looks at all of these places and it's like, what's the dominant color and that sort of thing.
So I see a lot of people asking, how do you get the gun? We've decided we're not going to tell you, so you can find out.
I think now it's about time to go and burn some stuff.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you're into it?
Yeah.
And then we're going to go back and take a look at some of the... No, actually, let's do it this way around. Can we take a look at the talent tree? I'll let Drew use the controller here to kind of flick through some stuff.
So obviously, right before we even begin, the kind of idea behind the Firewall spec is it's all about getting up close and personal, right? So obviously, a Flamethrower has limited range, so I think it's just under 15 meters or something like that, which, in the Division 2 actually feels quite close. So this is all about getting up and close and personal, but it also means, which you'll see with the skill mod, that there's a lot of cool synergies with some skills here. So, so with this Striker Shield, it allows you to actually use your Flamethrower and the shield at the same time, which means you can get up close and personal with enemies. The other cool thing about that is, sorry, let me find it here. So allies that are nearby you all deal extra damage if they're nearby, right? And so the idea behind this is it's kind of the fantasy of, one guy with a shield coming in, everyone else kind of grouping around and following the guy with the shield.
10% damage is nothing to scoff at. That's
I
that's
mean,
a lot.
it can be pretty powerful.
Applied to the whole team, so
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
And you'll also see here, so, right, like you need to get in close. So there's a cover-to-cover bonus armor here, and that's going to allow you, if you're far away, to kind of use cover-to-cover movement to kind of get nearby.
Cool. I just do see some people pointing out in chat that the available points is at -222. Like we said, this is a dev build, so this isn't how it's going to be in the final version that you see.
We basically cheated our way into having everything, and our game doesn't display that super well in a dev build.
All right, what else you got in here? There's a sidearm as well?
We do have a sidearm. Before I talk about the sidearm, so I want to talk about fire response. So on armor break, you basically light everyone around you on fire. And it's a small radius, right? And so the idea here is like,
so when your armor
you
breaks,
have like a slight protection against like melee rushers and people like that who are kind of annoying when you have like a shield and stuff like that. So if anyone kind of flanks you, comes from behind, whatever, and you kind of get in that dangerous moment, you're kind of protected for a
Hold
few
up,
seconds.
theory crafting.
Yes.
Dark Zone people who are annoyed with shotguns,
Yes.
and those shotguns getting in close, that's going to affect those people, I would imagine?
100%.
Interesting. Okay. Someone asking, this is coming for the upcoming update, not for Loot 2.0. So this is coming in episode 3, which is coming in February.
Yes.
Yep.
For those that have the year 1 pass holders, the narrative content that we pointed out before, the main missions and classifieds.
Yeah.
Can you correct me if I'm wrong? Those are available 1 week earlier than they are for people who don't have the year 1
That's right.
pass. Great. But everyone community-wide will be able to play this stuff in February.
Both of those dates are in February.
So
hint, hint.
work backwards from there. Okay.
Cool. So the sidearm called Firestarter. So this one is cool because one, it's a double barrel shotgun, which are always fun, but it actually applies a debuff that makes, I don't know, do we actually have it, George, in their inventory, or I can just talk about it, doesn't matter.
Let's take a look.
Nice. This sidearm's pretty cool because basically we apply a 50% burn resistance for 5 seconds if we hit an enemy with this. So obviously you can chain it together with your flamethrower. Now that includes enemies that are completely immune to burn. So you can take someone completely immune to burn, hit them, take away their immunity, put them at 50% resistance, and then light them on fire.
And that doesn't have to be just flames from your flamethrower. It could be a flame turret. Could be. All right.
Yeah. So it's pretty powerful.
Nice. I like that one. And also, that's a cool model.
Yeah.
It looks like
Yeah.
I'm a pirate. No, just me. That's really cool.
Exactly.
Nice. What else
cool.
do we need to see on the specialization tree?
There was the grenade people were asking about.
Yes, yes. The last thing, which is super cool. I guess I can open it here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, but someone is asking if it's 50% like of their total, or is it a 50% decrease of the, like if someone has
over 100.
Yeah,
is
if
the
someone has
idea.
80, do they go down 40 or do they go down to 30?
No, they go down to.
Is it halved or is it removing 50% from whatever they're
That is a great question.
We will check
That's why
the
I
map.
said you might not know because that's
I
pretty.
actually don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
That's a great question. I bet obviously Frederick would know.
Yeah.
Adrian would know.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. So the other super cool thing about this is a brand new grenade type, which is the cluster grenade. So throwing the cluster grenade, it kind of has a bunch of, it's a cluster bomb, so a bunch of pieces kind of fall out and they explode. It's super fun to use. And maybe we can see that in action with George. Yes, and last but not least, actually, is there anything? I mean, there's lots of cool stuff like getting signature ammo.
Yeah.
It's all about killing things within
Yeah.
close range. You get more sig ammo for you and your buddies.
And what's the weapon mod?
So it's a tactical short grip, and I think if we look at that one, it gives you crit, I think.
We could go take a look at that.
Let's take a look. Actually, do you want to navigate, George?
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of flames flying everywhere. I can see a lot of people like being like the
Still here somewhere.
pyromaniac, or I'm interested to see what other people leverage to get as much fire flying around as possible. There you go.
Yeah, so it's plus
10%
10%
crit
crit hit damage. Yes. Yep.
Nice. The med
Help
kit.
with those crit builds.
Is there a med kit in the?
Yeah, I forgot to go over that actually. So the medkit's really cool. So it also supports that that fantasy of kind of getting up and close personal because it's kind of a slower heal, but it heals you up to 200% of your current armor.
Okay.
But it happens over time.
So if you know you're going to take damage, you can.
Yeah. So what that means is, as you take damage, it'll kind of regenerate up to the point of the value that's twice your armor over.
Yeah.
I think was it 10 seconds? I think.
Yeah. So can you just reiterate the things about what people can get if they do or do not own the Year 1 pass? Yannick, please. I
Okay.
just want to make sure that we are
So-
clear on that.
Episode 3 is coming out, right? It comes out with Title Update 7.
Great.
Title Update 7, all the changes, bug fixes, improvements, and everything that we do with that comes out at one point, date A, which I cannot say, but date A. On date A, Year 1 pass owners can also start playing the missions, right? And then 7 days later, date B, everybody else gets to play the missions.
Both dates are in February.
Both dates, A and B, are in February.
Yeah.
Let's see some
That's-
math.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
The specialization, everything, all of that is date A.
Great. But Year 1
It's just the
pass.
missions that are. Year
people
1
have
pass
access.
gets to unlock them directly.
Okay.
Non-Year 1 pass have a special field research that they
Yeah.
can complete in order to
Yeah.
unlock it.
I know. Like we're saying date A.
We can only tell you we can tell you right now.
Yes.
Sorry about it, but that
We'll
is as
have
much as we can tell you right now.
Yep. And we'll have more information.
Yes.
Yes.
But
Coming up.
Very soon.
obviously.
you'll know soon.
Obviously.
You'll know
Yeah.
soon.
All right, George, you ready? Can we burn some stuff? All right, let's go and take a look at what George is getting up to on the other side of the room with some the flamey boy. Have you done anything we need to highlight here, George? You don't have. I think you have unlimited ammo, so we can showcase some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Looks
cool.
like it.
I've got the new shield on as well.
Again, yeah,
Yeah.
just so people know this is for demonstration purposes only, so you can get an idea of the flavor of how this all works.
Yeah.
So yes, this is a dev build, a work in progress developer build. So do keep that in mind. But we want to show you as much as we can, as soon as we can.
yes.
Get that one.
Nice.
It's perfect with a rusher.
Yeah. I was saying
Better.
that poor rusher didn't even stand a chance.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Oh, George is. Oh,
Do you
have you played this game before, George?
feel the pressure of everybody watching you?
Look, George is just trying to show you how this new medkit works.
Ah, I see. No, yeah.
He's
so
doing
George
his
takes
job.
damage. You'll see. He's
still
regenerating
hanging
his
up.
armor.
Yeah.
George knows
So that's
what
going to
he's
last
doing.
for 10 seconds.
Do not come at my team like that. George is a beautiful flower that knows what he's doing. Okay, very cool. So did we have a chance to look at the sidearm yet? In 2 seconds. George is quietly freaking out on the
Let me try not to make a
the
fool
side
of
of the
myself.
room. Okay, here we go. Because you can do the sidearm with the shield, right? And then
Probably, I was going to say,
switch.
probably works better with a shield.
Yeah.
Very cool. You can't wait to see this in the dark zone? Oh, me too. It's going to be cool. Oh, yeah, that is a good question, Buzz. What's the halo in front of his character once he has the shield deployed? You know that little
Yeah.
area of effect indicator?
yeah.
What is that telling us?
Yeah.
The cone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to? Yeah. Go for it.
So there is, I just can't remember what the effect is, but that's, is that the damage bonus when enemies are in,
Yeah, that's
in
right.
that cone, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah.
that's one of the, that's
It's
the
one of
effect of that shield mod, right?
Yeah, exactly. If
Yeah.
you look at the, which as soon as George is done
Yeah. Maybe we
making
can,
making s'mores out of hyenas.
Do we have the actual proper text here so I can,
Yeah, there are some bugs. We've noticed also that some NPCs in this build, this again isn't the build that is going out, this is one of our internal builds, where some NPCs aren't getting the on-fire effect So you may have seen that.
Yeah. So basically, that shield mods gives you and your allies a damage increase, and the buff strength is increasing with the amount of enemies that are in that cone in front of you.
Interesting. Very cool. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this plays out in a group as well, with that 10% damage buff to your friends.
Yes. So what I think is really cool, right, is like I think there can be some really cool synergies with group play here.
Yeah.
Especially those players that like really can figure out good ways to kind of stick together.
Do you have the grenade equipped, George?
Yeah, pop out a grenade.
George is like, let me play.
George's YouTube credibility is really intrinsically tied to his gameplay performance here. Pressure's on, dude. Woo! I love explosions. Once these guys are all toasted, I actually just want to see the grenade kind of close up. Maybe you could throw one out close to you so we can see exactly how that looks. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that. Actually, do you have the Chameleon in your inventory as well, George? Yeah. Some people are asking if we can get a quick look at that. Maybe once you find a safe spot. I want to see the Chameleon in action. I'm pretty sure some people were asking for that. How about, this is a good question from Onsley. How about 4 guys running the specialization side by side? Does everyone get that same 10% buff like on top of the buff, or can it only affect you once?
I am not 100% sure how it works.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't want to
Like it
mislead
stacks,
with the wrong answer.
It would seem, I totally understand the concern. It would seem a little OP if you could run
It would.
40% damage all the time.
Yes.
On everything that you run.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm glad we actually got to show off those things in a live environment, because you can't really get the whole idea of what these things look like if you just read them through text, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's cool to look at the specialization tree as well. But again, I like seeing these things in action.
Exactly. By the way, I noticed there's a couple comments, which we haven't talked about yet, if I'm not mistaken. People asking about heroic. Is it always just the Black Tusk?
You got any news on that one?
I do.
Ooh, I can use that you did. But please tell us.
So
No,
heroic.
I don't. I just wanted to bring it up. And,
Yeah. Heroic is going to be available. Later update, of course, after
Post episode 3.
episode. Yep, exactly. All factions, not just Black Tusk. So you can play heroic with any faction.
That's cool.
Yes.
Nice.
So
Well, thanks
I
for
don't
that.
think we've mentioned that, but I saw that comment come up a few times. So just to clear that up.
Nice.
Hey.
All right, thank you, everyone. We will see you again next week. We've got streams as well on this channel, so gameplay streams. So make sure you come by and hang out and chat with us about what you're thinking, your theory crafting, early ideas about what you're going to do when episode 3 comes around and you get to light everything on fire. All right, have a good one. See ya.
Yeah.